Well, good evening, my brothers and sisters from all race, creeds, and colors. Um, this is Uncle Billy, better known as Breakdown. I just got a couple questions. I am, I don't really give a shit about politics, but I can see the difference between good and evil. And Trump may be a peckerhead, but he does care about this country, and the Democrat Party does not. There's a reason why they want billions of illegals over here. So they don't give a shit about black, brown, whatever. They want illegals here because illegals now are taking over everything. We can't get disability, social security. If you get assistance, you get a third of what an illegal gets. That's by design. And the Democrat Party does not give a flying shit about anybody but themselves. I've been saying for years all politicians should have 2 years in each branch. Uh, if you start out as state representative, 2 years instead of making a career out of this shit. Then you go to Congress, 2 years. It's not for lifetime. And have you seen what a congressman makes a year? But they're worth billions. But then they say, "Oh, we're going to tax the rich." Do you actually fucking believe they're going to tax the rich when they are the rich? They're the 1%. They're going to tell you whatever the fuck you want to hear. Open your fucking ears and open your eyes. They put a war against the middle class. They don't give a shit about who you are. Truck drivers have known this shit for years. But you so called educated people that went to college that owns like $200,000 in debt and can't get a fucking job that pays more than minimum wage, you're pathetic. Then you want every taxpayer to pay for what you wanted. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm not paying for it. I worked 23 and a half years driving a fucking semi truck. Damn near died several times in that truck. My health has went to shit because I drove a truck for 23 years. 2.5 million miles underneath my belt. And I can't get disability because some fucking illegal has moved in and they want to give them disability. They didn't earn that right. Fuck illegals. Now, if you want to come here legally, I'm all for it. Please come in. But if you're an illegal, I don't feel sorry for you. And yes, there are illegals that come from asshole countries, shitholes. That's why they left. Think about this, people. Think hard, real hard. Why would you want to leave a country if you love that country so much? Why would you leave it? Instead of staying there and fighting for it. Now I'm not leaving this country. Not gonna leave it. I'll fight and die to get this country back in the condition that it was when I was a kid. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what creed you are. I don't care what religion you are. I love everybody as long as they're not assholes. And there's assholes in every race, creed, and color. So if you're an asshole, you and I are going to have a problem. If you're a pedophile like Joe Biden, Camel Toe Harris, and 90% of the Democratic Party, that's going to catch me some shit, but I don't give a fuck. Then we're going to have a problem. Keep pushing, and you're going to have what you want. You're not going to like it. There's an old saying, fuck around and you will find out. Don't start none, they won't be none. Now, all I want is for shit to be like it used to be. Just a little bit. Like right now under Joe Biden, our food prices went up 4 times as much it was last year. 4 times as much as it was when Trump was in office. Gas prices are higher. Why? They want it to be like that. Joe Biden has sent billions and billions of dollars over to the Ukraine, China, and yes, Russia. Where do you think Joe Biden got his money from? He sends billions of dollars over there and they send it back. It's proven. It's a fact. But yet you say, "Oh no, it's not. It's not." It is. It's a fact. How do you think a piece of shit drug addict son who has never had a real job in his life, like most of you college students out there, never had a real job, never had to work uh, 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, 120 hours a week. There's truck drivers that do that. I did it 80, 90 hours a week. Worked my ass off. It takes 10 years to drive 1,000,000 miles. I've got 2.5 million miles underneath my belt. And there's people out there that that are working 70 and 80 hours a week that cannot pay for groceries and rent at the same time. The elders are living on $700. There's old people eating dog and cat food to survive. There's more homeless people, homeless families. There's always been homeless, but not to the extent that they are now under the Democratic powers that be. But yet you people suck up to them like they're the best turds around, and that's what you're eating shit. I don't eat shit. Camel Toe Harris was not voted in by the Democratic Party. Joe Biden was. But we all knew Joe Biden was full of shit. He couldn't string a sentence along and not wave to dead people, sniff kids, touches kids. He's a peddler, pedophile. He's a diddler. And I can tell you what I feel about a pedophile. They need to be turned into fertilizer. But when Trump gets in power, Joe Biden has committed high treason by not securing the southern border, endangering the American people. Camel Toe Harris has done the same thing. 90% of the Democratic Party has committed high treason. Do you know what the penalty is for high treason? Firing squad, hanging, or life imprisonment. That's the 3 things that you have to look for as a treason. Joe Biden's committed treason. Openly. Camel Toe Harris openly committed treason. 90% of the Democratic Party has committed high treason and high crimes. Now, that may catch me a world of shit, but I don't give a shit. I'm old. I don't care. but I'm not going to sit by and watch this country burn and not do a damn thing about it. The Democratic Party set Trump up to die by assassination. DOJ, FBI, and CIA had parts in it. Secret Service. They knew about it. Didn't do anything about it. They fired this. They supposedly had fired the man that killed the sniper. Now there's coming to find out there's been another sniper. The shot would come from behind, not from in front. Huh. Sounds like a JFK thing, don't it? Now that might get me sniped off, but I don't care. I just wonder how many of you are willing enough to share it and put your ass on the line. This is Uncle Billy, better known as Breakdown. How do you feel about your country? And what do you think we're going to have to do to make it a much better place to be? Because the shit that's going on now, it ain't nothing. The shitstorm is just now starting. Be ready. Be prepared. Much love, much light. Peace out.